Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one and only master propaganda hero, like defender of the fatherland, off here to a 2v2, 1v1. Own. It's Faymonville Approach. In the southeast, it is Flokl fighting here for the German army, Das Vaterland. He is heading forwards with the 3rd Panzergrenadier Division, 3rd Panzergrenadier Company, with the double Pioneer Grenadier start, and we got the Mechanized Battle Group. In the northwest, it is the Jeffest of G's, JefG, fighting for freedom and democracy and liberty, setting out here with the US 3rd Infantry Division, tasked by Patton, not Batten, his a lot less popular cousin from Tennessee, but by Patton to secure the flank as they advance towards Monte Cassino. So we got a Jeep Engineer start here out of JefG versus the double Pioneer Grenadier start here, rushing northwards here, focusing on the north side of the map here. JefG catches here Flokl's Pioneers by the northern viewpoint as Flokl goes from a broad approach. As always, big hearty thanks to my patron supporters, those dastardly, wonderful, handsome devils who keep supporting the Propagandacast. And a big hearty thanks to be commenting and liking my videos, so I've been with YouTube algorithms, which always like to drag me outside and beat me with large sticks. And perhaps some bananas, for good measure. Pioneer's about to go out of the Jeep here. He's definitely trying to grab the point. It's kind of risky what Flokl is doing, but in this case, it did actually pay off. Risky stuff, and I wouldn't recommend this unless like you're really confident you can pull this off without losing the Pioneers, which Flokl apparently is. Rifles going away for JefG, heavy fighting here. MD-42 Flokl and the German army. Jeep engineers to take upon the Grenadiers, 30 cals and grease guns, greasing those Germans like they've never been greased before. Machine guns setting up here, but not in time to save poor Otto or Heinz. Going on to the great big Wehrmacht quarters in the sky. Falling back here to fix up the Jeep. Of course, with Indonesian ability needs to use the self-repair on the Jeep. You can save that for another time. So, smart there. But in this case, though, he does kind of make it easy to where the machine needs to set up here. So, Rifle Squad coming up here for JefG. The Jeffest of G's. And he's pushing forward. Jeep dashing in there for democracy. Rifle Squad to flank as well here. He kind of pushing its luck here. Does gain veterans 1 engineers. Trying to render that fuel upon neutral. Jeep forces back the MD-42. Really aggressive play by JefG. But then we've seen him before, and he definitely likes to play aggressively. To play democratically. Then he's able to push back down to 3 men here. JefG scores another win for democracy here in the south side. Fuel point has also been seized in the name of freedom. We got a Panzergrenadier Company. This is actually a pretty fast Panzergrenadier Company out of Flokl, by the way. He's only gone for 2 Pioneers, the Grenadiers, and the MD-42, and he's already taken up. Pretty rare, actually, and definitely in some regards risky. Like, if something goes wrong, he could definitely find himself contained within his base and not able to do too much. But at the same time, if his plan is to rush out Panzer Grenadiers, then it obviously has some merit and can certainly, like, give us some faster power spikes. But even then, definitely feels like a bit more of an advanced strategy in some respects. It definitely requires a bit more confidence in a lot of elements. Very bold there. Meanwhile, JefG, he's got 2 riflemen, engineers, the scouts, and of course the Jeep. You've got the infantry supports on the way there. Most of the map's currently falling under the forces of freedom. Rifle got that pushed back. Panzergrenadier Company up, another rifle for JefG, and of course he's just going for riflemen. Flokl is already going for Panzergrenadier with the Sturmgewehr 44, or Maschinenpistole 44, as that was the name it had before it got designated as the Sturmgewehr, because basically up till then they've basically been hiding it from Führer because he didn't actually want them to develop the weapon. Fun fact. So they kind of went about it with giving it a lot of other names. Just like, not to give it away to him, but they were still doing it. And they've been doing it for years, by the way. A medical station on the way there. Panzer Squad halfway done. 3rd Rifle Squad out here. And there he goes, press them right outside the German base on the field point. Captain out. Pushing northwards for the Grenadier. Low health here, though. In fact, half health, less than that. We got the 1st Panzer Squad out here for Flokl. He'll definitely need multiples of them. Will take a bit of a while to get them. Once they get going, they're definitely going to give JefG a bit more than comfort time. There you go, Panther first half. blowing out the engine there of the Jeep. Panzer Grenadier sweeping in and catch the Rifle Squad there. Jeep heavily damaged. Got raid package. Guessing an Arctard here for Flokl as soon as he can master it. Motor pool for JefG. We'll have to see, of course, this next here out of Flokl, but he definitely needs more fuel points because right now JefG is getting a lot more fuel with 33 fuel per minute versus 13. That is a significant difference in fuel. Almost 3 times the fuel, in fact.
Alarm. Sector overrun.
So, that's definitely a bit dangerous there for Flokl. He still also needs a bit more infantry to really tackle this kind of thing here that JefG's got going. I mean, 1 Grenadier Squad and 1 Panzer Grenadier Squad is just not going to cut it infantry-wise. So he needs at least 1 more Panzer Grenadier Squad, at least some more Grenadiers. Moving up the Grenadiers, he's clearly going to merge here. Thumbs up. Congratulations, you old Panzer Grenadiers. Good luck while I duck out of here. Rifle Squad, they're pushed back. They all took a lot of damage because they got focused down by countless units, including the captain there. He can't merge again because that would require him sacrificing his entire Grenadier Squad, which is not going to be worth it long term. Shooting Gewehr moving up, 2nd Panzer Grenadier Squad almost done here. JefG meanwhile not too far from a Greyhound here, and of course Flokl will need anti-tank guns against that. Theoretically go for the Arctard, but that's gonna quite hard. He needs to get the Grenadiers up here. Could of course just reinforce the Panzer Grenadiers more directly, but I imagine he just wants to transfer out more Grenadiers as Panzer Grenadiers. Pioneers caught laying down mines. It's going to be a white P on Flokl. No! Gets the mine down. And we got demolitions package out of JefG, so that means anti-tank mines and demo charges. Don't see that often this early in the game. Like, more people focus on, like, you know, upgrades for the bars or something else, but JefG went as the priorities. That's a very interesting choice here. I'm guessing he wants to lay down demo charges, then that way, you know, be a real pain in the posterior against his opponent. Or he might be planning just anti-tank mines out already. Hard to say. I mean, it's definitely not often I see this, so there's definitely a few options. Yeah, he's definitely laying down very early anti-tank mines, so might be because he's played against Flokl before, just, you know, is assuming Arctards here. Either way, this is going to be great versus them. Could also be, I suppose, he's concerned about Stummels, which is also fairly common in the Wehrmacht metagame at the moment. Or Stugs, which is common in the Imperial Dane metagame. He fought Rifle Squad, but he's obviously not up against him. Rifle Squad team for the Grenadier. Flanking the Maschinengewehr. Panzers falling back there. Yeah, 2 Panzer Squads that definitely gives Flokl here some more offensive firepower. We do get that Arctard out of the way. We also got a chaff here for JefG. Arctard here supporting the elements of the 3rd Panzer Grenadier Division. Pioneers needs for Rifle Squad push back. Chaffee there slowly arriving. No battle yet for JefG. At this point, I'd almost expect just Armoured, just so you can, like, you know, get the Chaffee out of Veterans U1, for example. And also set up for ECH. But we'll have to see, of course, what JefG decides upon in the end here versus Flokl and the 3rd Panzer Grenadier Division. An additional element is about assault rifle wielding Panzer Grenadiers were a much later element in the war. We're talking like late 1944-45, when the Germans sort of really started to, like, you know, organize larger forces with assault rifles. Little fun fact. I mean, it's not to say you wouldn't have Panzer Squad before that with assault rifles. I mean, they did, you know, receive some, and typically they form up, like, you know, more veteran squads with assault rifles. They would obviously happen before that as well, but just not quite on paper. In fact, the very first units sort of really on paper, like, you know, be organized for the large amount of assault rifles, were in fact the escort troops for the assault gun brigades, so the Stug brigades, Begleittruppen. Fun fact, by the way. And they were basically just meant to obviously support the assault guns, because it turns out a lot of commanders were not great at supporting the Stugs with infantry, so something had to be done there. Anyways, Pack 40 almost done here for Flokl. Another Chaffee there for JefG, and of course JefG a big fan of Chaffee. There you go! Arctard hits the mine and somehow does not fully explode. Just a slight bit there, faith in fatherland keeps it together like glue, but even glue has to give up at some point. So there you go, got the Arctard. Big explosive surprise, of course, for Flokl. JefG there definitely had a good read there on that one. And of course, there could certainly been several indicators. Obviously, there is no sign of MT-40s, no sign of Luftwaffe, no sign of coastal service. So, in that sense, Wehrmacht battle groups do provide, some clues as to what your opponents might be planning. I mean, obviously, sometimes they can still, go for those and not, give the usual early indicators. But considering a lot of the time, if then you're not seeing any of those things early on, there's typically archetype to expect there. I'd say JefG had a really good read on the situation. Certainly, that's also one of those things that, helps mark out, fairly veteran players. They're very good, getting a read on the opponent like that through minor details. So, Flokl's armored car there is now kaput. It goes for another one, though. Oh, I'd say under current circumstances, we also got a mortar for JefG. Thumbs up. Interesting choice there. Clearly confident he won't be hitting any more anti-tank mines, I guess. Geballte Ladung. Pack engaging the barracks, very bold. We also got really good map control now for Flokl against JefG. I mean, the double chaff is obviously great versus the Arcdrad, but they're less great against the infantry. And in this regard, JefG, while clearly fond of the chaff, he might have slightly miscalculated here. They're not very useful against the infantry, which again is so far what's doing a lot of the heavy lifting here for Flokl. We do get grenades.
We have the momentum to end this.
So right now, JefG needs to do something drastic to turn this around. Because he's more or less kind of, shall we say, painted himself into a corner here versus Flokl at the moment.
We have vehicles ready to be deployed.
And of course, at this rate, Flokl could start soon taking up there. Chaff is going for a deeper flank here against... Oh, JefG's going for deeper flank against Flokl. After they're moving about here, trying to stay clear of the Chaffies. Zooming about there. Mortar find the MD-42. Good shot on the Arctard here. Pack 40 being forced to withdraw as well here. At least trying to keep up. MD-40 being pushed back. Almost got the Arctard here. Chaffee light tank storming after it. Almost got the other armored come with that. Flokl's lost both Arctards. Run to the base a bit risky since there's still one grenadier squad that could Pantherfaust them. And there we go. Archer with the Pantherfaust blows out the engine of the Chaffee light tank. Meanwhile, Pentagon is maintaining a cordon there around JefG's base. So how will JefG turn them around? He's going to go for more infantry, which is probably his best bet. Panzer Company got the Panthers. We also got the mobile repair station at the 251 and the 2-1. Chaffee engaging a few plucky pioneers, as the other Chaffee's just hoping not to get spotted by a German anti-tank and crew and lit out. Which is, of course, exactly what they're going to get. Happen to them. More to their cop, but the Panzers but do get a grenade into the midst of the German Panzer Grenadiers. Each withdraw them. Other Chaffee there. I don't know what it's doing there. But yeah, he gets a Pantherfaust and loses the Pack 4 as well. That could have been some pathing there that's screwing him over. Meanwhile, the far south here, JefG's going for a broad push here, which he absolutely needs to. He needs to get as much territory as fast as possible. Thumbs up there to JefG. Jeep pulling back. Oh, not Jeep. The Jeep's actually there, though. We got the Chaffee pulling back. Still.
The enemy has taken a victory point.
Flokl could, of course, start pushing for Panzer Grenadier with this Panzer Company. Go for some even more elite infantry than the mighty Panzer Grenadiers, and certainly that would be a strong choice.
We will end this. The enemy has only 250 points
247 points left versus Flokl's 372. JefG definitely losing some ground here. He is working hard to regain it. South side here, points are being gobbled up at a rapid pace.
The enemy has claimed our sector.
And we got an anti-tank in there for JefG, clearly anticipating soon some armor up his opponent. Flokl here with a bunker, likely a medic bunker. Good choice there. Seizing the center here with the rifleman, MD-42 joining in.
Territory lost.
Got those Panzer Grenadiers advancing. Further south, Captain as the Panzer Guns there. We got the anti-tank almost in it for JefG. There we go. JefG restores some freedom and democracy at the front line, even as the German army reorganizes for a fresh assault. Medic bunker as expected. I mean, machine gun bunker would be silly. And repair bunker with nothing to repair would also be a bit silly. I mean, it could come, handy down the road, but the medic bunker clearly has some more immediate priority here. Meanwhile, another attempting to set up shop right outside his opponent's base. Flokl is bold. Reason even. Could go for some Starstorm now. Whether or not it does it, of course, is an entirely different subject matter, but it won't be a half-solid choice here, I think. We'll put more pressure on JefG's infantry, particularly he doesn't like any bars at all there. It could really put the screws down JefG's thumbs. Almost had the infantry with the mortar. Really close call there. Exceptionally close. Fuel point there being hit again. Flokl knows is all about denying the Americans fuel, which is also true in life. Pack 40 falling back here. And there we go. We do get a panther for Flokl. Obviously, could go for the panther, but it's not like JefG has a lot of like tanks, but it's going to be like really great, or even like a lot of anti-tank guns he's got one. So the Panther 4s are certainly the more cost-efficient choice right now, all things considered.
Sector now under enemy control.
Thumbs up there to Flokl. I'd say that's a really good choice. It's still good versus infantry. It's good versus armor if JefG does go for something besides just chaffies. So there's a lot of utility to it.
Victory point is under enemy control.
Panzer Grenadiers sweeping northwards. Ooh! Ah! Oh no! I think what happened there was basically he was laying down a demo charge, and then he misclicked an engineers who were on top of it, setting off the demo charges. That's a really feels awful moment. Alright, boss. It's set to go, but don't pull. Alright, pull it. No, boss. Like, that's just horrific. Like, that's the first time I think I've seen that actually happen. Someone like just accidentally clicks their own demo charge with the unit who's just put it down on it. That's a horror story like no other. There you go. Panzerman forward sweep again. Both Vecchi 2. That's really good. There was an infantry again. JefG's lack of BARs is definitely starting to become a bit dangerous for him.
The enemy have taken our territory.
Ravner getting pulverized by the Panzerkampfwagen. At this point, I'm definitely kind of expecting JefG to have to turn to like coal initiate rather than the buildable one. I mean, he could prove me wrong, but just the way the fuel is now flowing for him has me thinking he's going to go in for the coal initiate. Another anti-tank here out of JefG, as he definitely needs multiple design versus that Panther 4 here. There we go. Double shot, only one though. Makes contact with the Panther 4's armor and punches through. Captain Ravner getting absolutely mauled here. Southern point this is for the Pioneers falling back here. Riflemen are getting absolutely ripped apart here. Mortar fire raining down death. Panther 4 engaging. Chaffee being repaired here. Engine once more blaze. JefG feeling the heat here of the German army. We got a triple cap there on JefG as well by Flokl. No, this is a great hit here. Panzergun is doing with the canvas the rifleman. And they're definitely risking it a bit there as well. Rifle squad that blew up on its own. Rifleman there was the Panzer Grenadiers, and the Panzer Grenadiers are supported by the ME4 to absolutely win that engagement and then some. South side here we got Scouts versus the Pioneers. Captain getting ready to elsewhere. Machine and they're about to get wiped out. Close to being again there. Once more escapes. We do have the airburst shells now for the mortar here for JefG, so that is obviously going to be a bit more of a problem there for Flokl. Still no Starsturm or say additional Panzer Grenadiers yet at Flokl.
We have lost control of a victory point.
I mean, he doesn't need them, but I do feel like just some extra infantry could definitely, I think, lay down more pressure against JefG. Grenades are being flung there at the Germans. North here, victory point sees Chaffee hanging back in reserve here. Gonna have to withdraw here, I think. Oh, another merchant there. Go find some airburst shells out of JefG. Grenadiers wipe. Good wipe there. Another Panther 4 for Flokl. JefG, okay, he's going to go for the tank depots. He definitely wants the buildable seat, which, I mean, makes a lot of sense. It's just better in the long run. But it could seem like feeling so pressured that he felt like he couldn't get away with it. But in most cases, German EC8 with War Machine and veteran crews is like really, really good. It's hyper efficient, basically. Another MG42 for Flokl to make up for the Grenadiers lost.
MG42 and crew available.
I would have suggested more Grenadiers or some Starstorm, but that's besides that at this stage. Panzer cannon moving up, moving on the center of the machine, the Pioneers. Larger forces being dispatched north. We've also got 2 Panther forces not here for Flokl. Saying, oh, Pankar wiped. This is where things get a bit ugly here for Flokl if JefG grabs it, but he's just going to destroy it, which is also perfectly acceptable response. Up north here, Chaffee is beating the Panzer Grenadiers. That's taking a bit of while there. Panther 4 dodging out the anti-tank grenades. Panther moving forward. See, a bit risky, since he should know there's anti-tankers about, and he also should know that JefG always A-moves them together, which is what most players do, by the way. There you go, up maneuvering the anti-tankers here, and suddenly things get ugly. Panther squad wipes water for Flokl. Flokl, all of a sudden, in a really tough spot here, taking massive losses, but he's getting anti-tanks cleared out himself. Chaffee diving in here, Panther 4 getting hit with anti-tank grenades. Chaffee further doing damage. It's rather chaotic, it's messy, it's ugly. And lacking snares here, he can't like easy Panther fast the Chaffee. Trying to hit that Panther 4 through the hedges, enforcing healing. Almost got the Panther 4 with the Chaffee, can he get it? Yes! He got the Panther 4, a stinging blow there to Flokl and the 3rd Panzer Grenadier Division. That's to explain to the 26th what happened to the Panther 4s. Panther 4, MG4 too busy at rifle squads and near scouts, repulsed here by an MG42 Panther 4 combo, and he sets about destroying those anti-tank guns with efficiency. Southside Pioneer space, we do get some Starstorm fine for Flokl. Thumbs up. Arguably he could have had that sooner. Oh, Panther 4 goes into hardy against the anti-tank and the snares. Yes. Oh dear. Could cost here Flokl up Panther 4. Wow. Flokl just went from, like, you know, being so far ahead to, well, not being so far ahead. I mean, still got a good victory point lead, but he suffered massive infantry losses, heavy armored losses. In comparison, his opponents had us full rifle squads and the Chaffee, the Jeep, and a bunch of other stuff. So, definitely looking pretty uncomfortable here for Flokl. Starstorm advancing there with the MG42 and the G43s. Shooting about ripping into the rifle. Further south here, Pioneers are hard at work. And we also got the Starstorm Assault package. I suppose you could add that to the Starstorm if he wants to. Captain forced off. And up north here, Panzer the Rifle Squad. I'm surprised we still haven't seen much than bars, but then again, he wants those easy arts as fast as possible. Don't blame him at this stage. But it's certainly not making things tougher for the Starstorm or the veterans of 3 Panzer Grenadiers.
The enemy has taken a victory point.
So we can see here Flokl's just trying to gain as much, you know, victory points here before JefG really starts to snowball hard. He has got these hit on the way there. Brad Pitt is coming. Yeehaw.
The enemy has cut us off. We have territory out of supply.
Crowds on the south being caught here. Panther 4 on the way there slowly for Flokl. I would not be surprised if he cancels it once these heat hits him. But we'll see if he does keep it or not. Smoke being employed there. Starstorm closing, want to keep that victory point. German in the name of Deutschland. Panzer Grenadiers, they're unleashing the might of das Vaterland. Pretty close ranges versus the rifleman. Captain there to also taste the German boot heel there, or in this case the German Sturmgewehr. And further south, MD42 Ace crew there moves ahead. Iron Cross second class. He's yet arrived. Brad Pitt is on the field. Panther Force ulti, and there go engaging those Panzer Grenadiers. First shot does not get a kill, but it's enough to convince Flokl to retreat his Panzer Grenadiers unless he wants to bury them. So he's going for a Pack 40 since obviously he's going to need more than just a Panther 4 to stop Brad Pitt. You see it swinging away again. Starstorm there drilling up as the rifleman.
Enemy forces have captured
You see it
the
swooping
victory
in
point.
there. Rifleman withdrawing. Got the pack ready here. The Panzer up making only 40.
Their forces collapse. They are down to
50 points left here. Flokl needs map control. He needs it badly. Meanwhile, EC8 and JefG descending upon the Panther 4. Anti-tanks running as well here.
initiating
We got Mechanized here, more like an act of desperation out of Flokl than anything. It's just see if he can't keep his Panther 4 alive.
destroyed.
But in the face of this much firepower, yeah, he did get the Sherman EC8 though, so it's not all bad here for Flokl.
Have secured our territory from us.
We got Pitts being dug in as well. Not the Brad Pitts, but likely the Mortar Pitts. Or maybe Machine Gun Nest. It's a Machine Gun Nest up north, isn't it? I suppose you could call it Burial Pit for Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt never dies, only his stunt. Start swimming forwards here. Ooh, JefG takes a shot to the side. They're almost cooking off the entire thing. Like a Texas barbecue after the 4th of July. North here, Panzers upon the engineers here. Going in hard, fast, and Deutschland. Almost wiping out the engineers to the single glorious volley there. Starstorm force back here in the face of this wave of freedom. Another Pack 40 for Flokl, which is interesting considering JefG doesn't exactly have a lot of, well, you know, tanks, but mostly infantry. I think Starstorm and more Panzers would make a lot more sense here for Flokl right now than another Pack 40, but I'm guessing just the idea of another EC8 is weighing heavily upon Flokl's mind right now, all things considered. I don't blame him. It's not like JefG is in fact too far off from another EC8, so there's a logic to it, but I do also think he needs more than just the Starstorm and the Panzer Grenadiers. And there you go, JefG with another EC8 on the way. Starstorm there advancing forwards. Veterans 1 laying down the law of the Third Reich, cutting through those scouts. Rather than charging forwards, attacking from several angles. 74 setting up here. Smoke being deployed here to try and deny the machine gun support for this. Its ability to support the Starstorm. Not bad at all. Flokl's lack of infantry is definitely a bit of a limitation. He's going for another Panther 4. I'm surprised we're not seeing any attempts at Panthers. Which again would also kind of make sense if he's concerned about EC8s. The Panther definitely performs a bit better there. Of course, again, there's the problem then of not having enough infantry. So I suppose the Panther 4, shall we say, is the in-between solution here. To try and bridge the gap. A-74 took from the southern victory point here and are absolutely ripping those Americans. Several superfluous new breathing holes. Like any good German MG42 crew. Fresh Panther forward here for Flokl. Bit of quiet for once in an otherwise pretty hectic match. Now the flank assault, we've got the Panther 1 covering the flank, even as the Germans pushing forward with the Starstorm support of the packs here. Right from the diving after the packs here. Good flank there, but JefG needs the Panther Force to assist or something else. Problem is something else is basically else. No, there we go. MG42 saves the day here. It's still being caught in the packs, but they're still setting up. They're going to engage the EC8. They're going to force away Brad Pitt. Short Fritz, it's Brad Pitt. Who's he? I don't know, but I guess he's important. Just shoot. South side mortar, they're flashing out the machine gun. We got 23 versus 238 here. Captain forced off here. Flokl is managing to turn the match once more around in his favor. Need to retreat the Starstorm. Another wave of infantry up for JefG, down to just one man, clinging to life. Clinging to NC. Heading north with the Panther 4, the Panther's going to clear out the final position, opening up the northern victory point once more for das Reich. South side machine gun goes down. Flokl is so busy now that JefG was able to score an excellent hit there.
The enemy has taken a victory point.
Almost got the finding nest here with the Panther 4. Packs are being hauled in as well there. Machine gun there, recruit with the Pioneers. Starstorm reinforcing healing. So much going on. Got the fighting nest. Panther 4 needs to pull back here. Heavily damaged. 238 versus 11. JefG needs to get those victory points. He needs them badly. Oh, so badly. 238 versus 7. Starstorm advanced in the center. The lack of bars here definitely makes it very tough for the otherwise ace rifleman to hold back the Starstorm. Doesn't matter how veteran you are, if you don't have automatics against a unit that does have automatics, you're probably not a bad spot. If it's an elite unit with automatics. Easy at engaging, obliterating Otter there. Leading Albert to lead the squad to victory.
The enemy has claimed our territory for their own.
Before running covering fire here, Pax again easy hit. Rat Pit once more forced to withdraw grenades off there. Starstorm grin and bear it there. Displaying true German grit there in the south. Machine gun there, catching the rifleman. Another Starstorm squad out of Flokl. 2 thumbs up. More Starstorm, the better. Unless, of course, you're the one on the receiving end, in which case you might not be quite thinking that. Unless, I suppose, you got enough snipers. EC8 this little arriving. JefG calling in as many EC8s as he can here.
We have territory cut off from supply.
2 versus 225. JefG is pretty much hanging in the balance here with the entire thing. Flash Starstorm squad ready. Packs being pursued, hounded by the forces of democracy. But there you go, Ace Packs when catching at the anti-tank crew there. Could wipe it out in a matter of seconds to turn the rifle squad there and do a lot of damage to them in a matter of seconds. EC swing towards the center. EC champion the move. Packs moving in as well here. Has to put in everything to defend that point here. He can't afford to concede any point now. He is pretty much beyond that point. His captain is about to get wiped, so he also has to withdraw that. Starstorm swooping in support of the Pioneers here. Panther 4's Packs are busy blasting EC8s. The Engineers rolling forwards here. JefG needs to also sneak up in the north point, I think, actually. Got a unit there. Airburst shells raining down here, going for the pack. Feel like he's losing a bit of sight here, things. Got them pushed off the center at least. South side here. Starstorm haven't forgotten about it. He finally moves on the southern victory point here. JefG's odds are looking pretty bad. I think your folks in the center are losing sight of the larger battle here against Flokl. Allowing Flokl there, I think, to just inch his way to victory here. And there you go. GG. Game over. Hell of a fight, though. Hell of a fight. I do think Flokl at times could have done with a bit more infantry. And I think JefG at some point would have probably benefited from some BARs, like further improve his firepower. Versus Flokl, I think that makes things a lot more difficult. Also, maybe some more mines as the match went on here and there. But still, those early mines did end up doing quite good work knocking out that first Arctite there. So, yeah, quite a match there. Hope you enjoyed it, learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, check, comment. This is Imperial Link. Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye, everyone.